almost like an arrow.
Yeah.
Point it. And guess what? The city fixes the potholes. Do you think they're onto something here?
Maybe we can fix yours at the end of the driveway.
I don't know if we got that much spray paint, though.
Yeah. But then we'd have...
I got a big hole out there.
I know you do.
You know what I mean?
That's a crater.
Yeah, it's big. It's causing damage to your car, I'm pretty sure.
It might be, but it's well worth not getting the car crapped on by a bird.
Probably. Oh, well, what else do you got?
I got Kurt Cobain's hair sells for over $14,000 at an auction.
His hair.
Wow. Kurt Cobain smells like my hair. Strands of locks sells for $14,000.
14,000.
Yes. Kurt Cobain's golden locks are worth more than gold. A few strands of his hair just sold for 5 figures at a rock and roll auction. A winning bid for the late Nirvana frontman's hair came in at a cool $14,145. Yes.
Wow.
And that's just for 6 strands. Wow. As you can see, Kurt's blonde hair is preserved under plastic about the size of a trading card. And the auction house, Iconic Auctions, says the longest strand checks in at 2.5 inches. I bet it goes for more.
Wow.
These few silvers of music history come from a 1989 haircut Kurt got while Nirvana was on a famous Bleach tour, was the name of their tour there. The winning bidders also taking home these pictures of Kurt's haircut. He got the trim from his friend Tessa Osborne and posed for a smiling snap with the scissors still in her hand.
Oof.
Ooh, and I wish I could show you all that, but Kurt's hair has been quite a journey. The haircut happened in Birmingham, England, and Tessa kept the locks in a bag until she gave it to Seattle artist Nicole DiPaolo after Kurt's death. Your thoughts, Mr. Hans?
You know, it used to be, the locks of hair,
But now it's
strands
of hair?
Well, not that. It's kind of dangerous now, with them.
Dangerous.
Well,
yeah.
Danger.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why.
Danger.
They have ways to replicate things, you could lose a hair somewhere and they could be like, yeah, we need to replicate him. We need to clone that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, that's scary to me.
Wow.
How would you like to find not a doppelganger, but to find somebody that's literally walks, talks, and acts like you, has your DNA?
I'll be like, oh, you go to work for me today.
I've thought about that with the amount of kids I have.
Right.
It's a no miss. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if they were ever going to, take somebody and replicate them.
At least if your Ma's yelling at you, then she's yelling at your clone.
Well, yeah, that could work.
Hey,
go talk to the yell at clown. He's the whipping post today.
You can thank me later.
I saw this video, and you've experienced fishing plenty of times, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to play this here. Hopefully, everybody can see it. Watch this. He's tarpon fishing.
Tarpon?
Tarpon.
I take it he's using a tarp.
No, it's a fish.
Did not know that.
Yeah, check this out. This is gonna freak you out.
But this is a big
Jesus
fish.
Christ. Gotta be careful here.
You see it coming? No. Here it comes. See it?
Oh.
All right. Do you see that? That's a 10-foot American gator.
That puts an end to my tarpon fishing.
Oh, my goodness.
He has like a standoff with this guy. Okay. Would you have to change your drawers after that? Look at.
I probably would.
Not only did that
I'd probably have to wear 2 sets of drawers just to go fishing there.
Well, he didn't even come up to like the edge. I mean, he came up on the trail to come and get this guy.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I'm telling you, that would scare me.
Right.
I've been a lot of. I've caught mud puppies. I've seen a lot of snakes out fishing.
Right.
Oh
I've never had an alligator come out after me.
Benjamin Porter said, Boca Grande, ? I don't know.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at now he's going back. Look at how
Hey,
big
buddy.
that thing is. Hello, Kate. I'm telling you, when you're fishing in certain places in America, you got to be ready for anything.
Right.
Could be rattlesnakes, could be 10-foot alligators, could be sharks,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd be done. I'd probably never come back to that
That
fishing hole again.
And I
Hello,
am
Mark.
out of here.
I'd be done for that hole.
Yeah.
Screw that.
That's it.
Hole in one. I'm done.
Dan says hit the gator on the head with a hammer. That's one thing that I really, to be honest with you, I've never taken a hammer fishing. Have you?
No.
I know on the
Probably a
big
good
boats
idea.
they have the hammers whack and just to
Yeah.
the big fish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that guy's very lucky.
Very, very lucky.
Benjamin Porter says tarpon come way up the Peace River where the gators live. I'm telling you, that's kind of scary. I went to, I think it's called Gator World in Florida.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit freaked out because, when you're from Wisconsin, you go down there and you're like, oh, we're going to go to Gator World and they're going to have them fenced off. Not exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally walking a path with the gators right next to you on the side.
I don't think I like that.
Well, it was a really cool experience. However,
Yeah.
are
they telling you they're trained?
Well, I was a kid, so I was,
Yeah.
pretty.
You would believe anything as a kid.
Well, I don't know. I think I could outrun them then.
Right.
At least short
Climb a
distance.
tree.
Right. I don't know about anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, I'm not that nimble
Yeah.
anymore like I used to be.
Yeah. Climbing the tree won't be a little more difficult now.
I take a gun with me fishing. My wife always wondered why, Sean. He says, well, there you go. That's perfect.
Yeah. That's, yeah.
And then I'll tell you the other weird thing that I saw a stingray, not a stingray, excuse me, a weird jellyfish, a stingray jellyfish. I can't remember what it was called. I don't think it was a man of war. But anyways, we went to this beach and this guy was getting pulled out by the paramedics. And literally it looked like somebody took a stapler and went around his leg, like literally like this.
Oh.
And I was like, Dad's like, you want to go swimming? Nah. I don't know what happened to that guy, but I sure don't want that to happen to me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking of happening to me, have you heard the latest on Bill Gates? Because not many have.
No.
You haven't heard the latest on Bill Gates?
I have not heard the latest on Bill Gates. No.
Oh, boy. We all thought that he was some wholesome Boy Scout. And,
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when he denied the allegations of him hanging out with Epstein?
Yeah.
Well, his wife is starting to tell all.
Ooh.
Okay. Now, not only has he exerted everything that he's railed against, like male privilege and,
Right.
being a pig to workers and stuff, his wife now has also expressed how she was very uncomfortable and said multiple times how she didn't like him spending that much time with Mr. Epstein. Now, how do we know this? Well, because it came out in a New York Times article, which I'd love to bring up right now, but it says unlimited access. Pull your credit card out and only pay $1 a week. Well, I'm not going to do that for that liberal garbage.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But in this tell-all, the wife's saying,
Okay.
he was spending lots and lots and lots of time with Epstein after he was convicted of sleeping with minors in Florida.
Oh, boy.
There was questionable kids around all the time. She didn't like him spending time with the young girls that Epstein always had around. And she had every right to question,
Right.
whether he was going to be a good husband and faithful or not, because
Right.
multiple times in multiple businesses, even the Gates Foundation, he was being a Casanova. Is
Yeah.
that the right word?
I think so.
You know what I'm saying? Is Casanova the right word?
Could be.
I mean, he was being a Dan Baker, but
Yeah.
he wasn't single.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what does that tell you? I mean, I want to know. What do you think when Bill Gates, a supposedly Boy Scout, a wonderful man, wonderful husband, wonderful father,
Right.
is globetrotting with Epstein and his entourage?
Well, I think there's a little bit of a difference between me being a Casanova and him being a Casanova.
I would say that's an understatement.
That is a big understatement.
Yeah.
Because he's being a Casanova towards 17-year-olds.
17, 16, 15.
17,
14.
16,
I mean,
15, 14. And we know what Epstein messed
well,
around
I've got pictures on the Lolita Express with 14-year-old girls that had been trafficked, flying somehow on private jets. I mean,
right.
They must have been just trying to get him to a safe haven, right?
No, yeah.
Right, yeah. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just get him safe to a safe haven at the Gates Foundation.
Here's my question. This came out in the New York Times. Here's the article, folks. If you guys want to go check it out yourself, check this out. Long before divorce, Bill Gates had a reputation for questionable behavior. Why isn't this on ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox?
Because they're friends.
Well, here's the thing. It's on New York Times.
Yeah.
The New York Times has an article about him being a man whore, and worse, and having multiple friends that were into the underage variety.
Yeah.
And I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
I think that if you spent time with Epstein, you have questionable judgment.
Right.
You know, and some people say, well, Trump spent time with it. I think he had questionable judgment at that time as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anybody that does that, I'm not giving a pass to anybody because I happen to like or dislike their politics. Everybody.
That's right. I don't make it political.
Exactly. It's not political. It's wrong.
It's just wrong either way you look at it. So.
Well, now multiple people have came forward after the divorce. So Melinda Gates must hold some sway. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because multiple women have now come forward saying that he was inappropriate with them. And multiple people have came forward now to explain all his rendezvous with new workers. And there's a common theme.
Yeah.
He had workers that would go, I want that girl. And they would run out and procure, Mr. Gates would like to take you to dinner tonight. Don't refuse.
Right.
That's going on.
Oh, I believe it.
I want to know. Hello, Carolyn. Kate says Gates is untouchable. We have tried. I'm telling you, every one of these billionaires is untouchable. And, you know, we need to make sure that we don't allow this anymore.
Right.
He's CIA. He's working with multiple things around the world. I mean, Africa has kind of been his, like, let's go test this ground type thing. What is this sad?
Yeah.
That you can't deal with people like that?
Yeah.
Is it sad that it's gotten to the point that his wife is not okay with his choices and his, you know, what do you call it, extramarital romps and affairs and whatever he does? You know, if a person is married and they choose to be a cheater, that's their business. I don't like it, but that's their business.
Right.
You know, when you start dealing with underage people, it becomes everybody's business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You have crossed a line. You can't come back from that line.
No.
And in this article, folks, I want you to go and read it. The New York Times has the article that talks about his wife expressing all the concerns that she had with him hanging out a lot with Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, yeah.
There's something to it.
There is. I mean, that's right there. That opened up the whole can.
Well, it did. And it's the New
coming
York Times.
from his
Whether you
wife.
do or you don't like the New York Times, thank you, Mark. He says he got pie in his face, and you're damn right he did. What's going to come of it? Absolutely nothing. If you're super rich in this country, you don't face justice.
Crickets.
Because remember, there's justice, and then there's just us.
Yeah,
and
that's it.
He's in the just us crowd.
Right.
You know?
Yep, nothing will ever
But
happen.
I don't like him.
But I don't either. But it's like if you've got money and wealth and you're in the top 100, they'll take care of you.
Well, this is what's funny. And I just want to say this because for a long time, if you talked about Bill Gates being friends with Jeffrey Epstein, they said, you conspiracy theorist. It's all lies. Well, now, hey, guess what? His own wife came out and has now admitted that he was great friends with Jeffrey Epstein, and he spent so much time with him that it became very concerning to her, and that was the beginning of the demise of their divorce.
Right.
Or demise of their marriage, excuse me, which led into divorce.
Right.
Can you get any more factual based than the wife that went through it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It. I mean,
it doesn't really matter, though.
It does, but...
I mean, and they
but
knew that
nothing
this
will
was
get done
going on.
about it, like we said. Nothing will get done.
Right.
It's just crickets.
It is. But it's good to know that we weren't wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know...
We're not part of the club, so...